Good afternoon, Vosteedians. This is David here from multitool.org with a new knife review for you. The one we're talking about today is the Vosteed Thornton. The Vosteed Thornton is a collaboration with Wayne Thornton from Wayne Sharp World. He created this design because it was homage to his grandfather, who was a mechanic squad leader for aviation in World War II. Wayne himself loves aviation and travel, and has taken the design inspiration for the Thornton is from the Boeing 737. I don't see any kind of lines that would make me think it's designed after aircraft, but that's me. The Thornton comes with an overall of 7.52 inches with a blade length of 3.18. The design comes with either a G10 or micarta handle. This one in particular is the one of micarta. The G10 ones have a two-tone G10 where you'll have like blue and black, and there's another one, orange-black, that's what it is. Blade is 14C28N with a satin finish, sheep's foot style blade. Retails for $79. The things that I've loved about the Thornton is I'm a big fan of sheep's foot blades. Sheep's foot blades, Warncliffe blades. I like the utilitarian aspect of having a blade with a tip that's facing downward. Far as ergos, deployment, I like the two forms of deployment, whether it be with thumb stud or the front flipper. Front flipper, unlike some other models of Vosteed that I've dealt with, I like the very pronounced front flipper. I'm able to pop that open relatively easy. Ergonomics, I think it's fine. I mean, I think the usage that I've given it, cardboard and other medium that sheep's foot and Warncliffes are really meant for, stuff that's, I just think they work real good with cardboard and really fibrous materials. Handle doesn't have any hot spots at all. It's well curved in all the right places. Some people like a handle that will curve down so it kind of fits, like angular into your hand from widest to least. Sometimes I like a knife that has a little bit of a swell on the end, a little bit of area to lock your hand in. But I think this works fine. I mean, I'm able to get all four fingers on the handle. I mean, there's just a little bit of purchase there for my pinky, but not much. You can choke up a little bit, but there isn't a very pronounced choil or anything on this knife to really, have room to wiggle your hand up there. So your hand is primarily locked into this position with very little room for movement. I like that there's a very ample area of jimping on the spine. Some knives that I've reviewed, not necessarily on this channel, but on the website, don't have any jimping at all whatsoever. Like right now, I'm testing a Benchmade bug out, and there's no jimping here at all. I like to have a little bit of jimping. It gives me a little bit of traction as I'm using the knife. If I'm bearing down on whatever it is, I feel like a little more secure having something for my thumb to rest on and keep from slipping if by chance my hang is wet or whatever it is. The locking mechanism on this is the Trek lock, which I'm learning more and more about the Trek lock, because the Trek lock supposedly differs from a button lock, in which the way the cutouts engage the lock face, like I always forget if it's the tang and the button are reversed on a Trek lock or what it is, but I know it's one of the features that they always talk about with the Trek lock is more than one method of opening. Say like the Valkyrie, I think it is. The Valkyrie, no, Thunderbird, excuse me guys, Thunderbird. The Thunderbird has a front flipper, a rear flipper, and a thumb hole. So Trek Lock somehow is very friendly to all different types of opening mechanisms. I think that has to do with the amount of friction that's used to hold the blade closed. There's enough where there's a pull in order to lock it, but it doesn't take much to disengage that, and more so on some of the other Vosteed knives, like the Thunderbird in particular has a pretty light detent, but this one's nice. This one's got a really nice detent. Like it hugs that really well. I don't feel like this is gonna accidentally pop out unless the button's pushed or unless I ask it to. When I started reviewing Vosteeds with Trek locks and stuff like that, I always concerned that I always liked a liner lock or a frame lock, something that would make always. But anyways, what I'm trying to get to is I'm always afraid of the button being in a place where I would accidentally disengage the blade during use. But that's not the case. It's actually the button's out of the way, and that was just my silly self thinking that it would pose more problems than not. But it seems that liners and frame locks will always be a little more of an accident thing, because whenever you are using the knife, there's a potential in a twisting motion of the blade to potentially disengage that lock on a liner or a frame lock. The blade, love the blade shape. It has performed amazingly. 14C28N has a Rockwell hardness of anywhere from 60 to 62. Blade stayed plenty sharp during use. I've had to touch it up one time. I'm a sharp maker to get the edge back, but I love the performance of 14C28N. It's kind of a nice budget super steel for people that can't afford things in the S30V family and up. It's a nice little pickup. I've checked out quite a few Vosteeds over the last year, and the Thornton is probably one of my absolute favorites. It's everything from the way it opens, the way it performs, the comfort of the handle. It's a winner. Looking at this, guys, I realize my blade isn't as clean and as shiny as some other people in these videos, but I know that some of these video reviewers are more of a show and tell and not so much from a usage perspective. I definitely use these. Well, there you go. That is the Vosteed Thornton in all its glory. Awesome little pocket knife from Vosteed. If you guys like these kind of videos, give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you thought this video was worth watching, and subscribe to the channel if you like. Thank you.